Welcome to the weekly Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. The weather lately has been more of the same, hot and dry, after more hot and dry. We normally expect the fall of the year, September and October, to be the second wettest time of the year after the spring. However, so far this year, the rain has just not fallen as expected. Every month this year, except May, has came in with lower than normal statewide rainfall. If May had not been so wet and replenished some soil moisture, we would be in even a more serious situation. For the last 2 weeks, rainfall has been very short and the rain prospects look pretty dismal. This map from midweek shows no station receiving an inch. The only one close was the 0.92 inches at Cherokee. Of course, this lack of rain has our soil moisture at critically low levels going into wheat planting season. This map is the percent of plant available water from the surface down to 4 inches. You see a lot of teen and single digits in this zone, critical for seed germination. Unfortunately, the data doesn't get any better when you look deeper in the soil profile. Here down to 32 inches, the map looks even more red, which is the bottom end of the moisture. Now here's Gary with some temperature information.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we're in the midst of a really long, hot, dry spell once again, and that does nothing for the drought situation except make it worse. Let's get to the latest drought monitor map and see what we have. Well, it's pretty ugly. We have the large area now across central into east central and down into southeastern Oklahoma. We have that large area of exceptional drought. That's the D4 drought. That's a 1 in 50 to 100 year event. That's as bad as it gets. And we have that other little splotch down there in southwest Oklahoma. We have a new one up there in north central Oklahoma. Unfortunately, it's just continuing to spread. We have way too many reds and browns on the map. We certainly hope we get some rainfall soon, but until we do, the heat and the lack of rainfall is going to continue to exacerbate these drought conditions. And these colors are going to continue to spread across the state. Taking a look at the 90-day rainfall map, we can see down there in the part of southeastern and up into central Oklahoma where the D4 was just introduced, that area has had basically 1 inch to 3 inches of rain. A couple of places had a little bit more, but in general, that's a really hard-hit area of the state that's been going out without rainfall for a long period of time. On the departure from normal map, look at that area once again, nearly 9 inches below normal for the last 90 days. And up there in north central, northeastern part of the state where we also had that D4 introduced, nearly 10 inches below normal, for instance, in Osage County. So many areas of the state continuing to go without significant rainfall for a very long period of time. Now we're in the midst of a little bit of a period with some cooler weather, very little rainfall, however, and when we take a look into the next week, we start to see things aren't looking great in that period either. So as we get into the last of September, the beginning week of October, we see increased odds of above normal temperatures, again across much of the center part of the country in Oklahoma. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. And unfortunately, to go along with that, we see increased odds of below normal precipitation. So unfortunately, a little bit of the same continuing as we go forth into October. Now, this isn't really that shocking. This is how droughts work. And unfortunately, until we get some significant rainfall across many parts of the state, that drought will continue to intensify and spread. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.